Right now at 5, we're taking a close look at some winter weather and how it could impact some weekend travel. And a verbal threat directed toward Prairie du Chien School District. Those details just ahead.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozlowski. Emily is on assignment. We've had an alert day in place this week for Saturday with some significant snowfall forecasted throughout the region, though the amount will vary depending on where you're at. Our chief meteorologist Greg Barnhart is live at the La Crosse Sports Show at the La Crosse Center downtown. Greg, what's the latest on Saturday's snow?
Well, really what happened with the snow is it's pushed further north, so for you snow lovers, it's kind of depressing that we're not going to get a lot. Further north we will. If you don't want the snow, you're in luck. We're not going to see as much, at least south of La Crosse, and we still got the alert day in effect for that reason for up to the north where they could see 2 to 6 inches, potentially a little bit more in certain areas, but it drops off really significantly if you go further south. You look at the mounts right now, we're looking at potentially 4 up there, maybe 6, but you see more 1 to 2. So this duration, we're not going to see as long as the amount of snow in this area, and we actually might see a little bit of wintry mix to get closer to Crawford County, given our temperatures are going to be a little warmer. Right now we're seeing some light snow spread across the area, but a lot of that still is not reaching ground. I think eventually we'll see some for Eau Claire. There's your temperatures overall. Pretty typical to see these temperatures this time of year. Big picture shows that system is really diving south, and we're getting a piece of it through the Dakotas, and that's what's going to bring our light snow. Not a very strong system, not a quick hitter too, but overall if you look throughout this evening, most areas will remain dry and just cloud cover. A little bit of snow may start to approach areas later on towards Rusk County, maybe even Eau Claire after about 7 or 8. A lot of that won't probably reach the ground. Any accumulation at this point would be very light. You'll probably see it starting to increase as we get later in the night, particularly after midnight for those areas. It's unlikely we're going to see much further south until we get late in the night or really early tomorrow morning. So later on we'll go through that, but then we also got a lot of cold temperatures next week, more snow potentially too, but the bigger story, at least the first half of the week, is going to be temperatures which could go well below zero, given that a lot of areas will have snow cover. So we'll explain that all a bit later as I'm at the boat show right now, later in the broadcast.
At the La Crosse Center with Greg a little bit later. But a reminder, you can always track weather on your block by downloading our First Warn Weather app. You can find it at the App Store or on Google Play. Well, sturgeon spearing kicks off tomorrow, but the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is reminding snowmobilers and ATV, UTV riders that ice is not always safe. This year, there have been 6 fatal off-highway vehicle incidents, including 4 UTVs going through the ice and 1 snowmobile fatality. DNR off-highway vehicle administrators are urging caution on the ice as those conditions can change quickly.
Vary in thickness drastically across the water body. And so really a, quote, safe thickness is whatever you deem to be safe.
Now, the National Weather Service agrees ice is never 100% safe. Generally, though, 5 to 7 inch thickness works for snowmobiles, 8 to 12 for cars and small trucks, and 12 to 15 for medium-sized trucks. If it's less than 3, stay off. The DNR urges everyone on a UTV to wear a life jacket and offers more safety tips on their website. As winter weather approaches, La Crosse County Highway Department crews are spending the day working to keep roads safe. Highway trucks began pre-treating some major roadways with salt brine today, preparing for that tomorrow forecasted snowfall. And a reminder from the Highway Department on your commute, give yourself some extra time as road conditions can deteriorate, and give the snowplows plenty of space to do their thing.
Try to stay at least 200 feet back. On the interstate, which is a speed limit of 70 miles an hour, these trucks can only plow at about 30 miles an hour. So stay back, give them room. They're only going to make it easier for you to get wherever you're going.
Prairie du Chien schools received a verbal threat toward the district last night. They contacted police who apprehended the individual off of school grounds. There is an increased police presence at the schools in that district, and construction barricades will be placed in front of building entrances until Sunday. There is no specific plan mentioned in the verbal threat sent to the district. A Brookfield, Wisconsin woman is facing charges over a violent turn during a discussion over a wedding venue. Police found the victim with stab wounds to the neck, chest, and arm in their home. Police say 22-year-old Kaylee Brantner attacked him over an argument about using their house as a wedding venue. She faces 25 years in prison for 1 count of reckless injury and is being monitored to not come home within 1 mile of her boyfriend. An Eau Claire man is accused of physically abusing children. It is 41-year-old Daniel Telusty. Telusty has been charged with 4 counts of physical abuse of a child and 2 counts of recklessly endangering safety with a dangerous weapon. Previous abuse charges were dismissed in 2024 but are expected to be refiled. Telusty is also serving a 4.5-year sentence for a 7th OWI offense. Super Bowl 59 is just a couple of days away, and shoppers at Festival Foods in La Crosse are getting ready for the big game and that possible snowfall coming this weekend.
It's going to be an interesting football game between Kansas City and Philadelphia. Lining up some stuff for that, but also the big snow coming in and everything, you know. You don't know what's going to happen, but hey, you know, this is Wisconsin. It's that time of year, so we'll enjoy it.
That's the spirit. Big game set to start Sunday evening at 5:30. Western Technical College is hosting FCCLA's Region 5 competition today. More than 230 high school students from 14 schools are gathering to demonstrate their talents, including culinary arts, public speaking, entrepreneurship, and more. Judges for the competition include local professionals offering students some valuable feedback.
Through that project and the time and the effort and the work and the learning and the collaboration, they then have become stronger in all the areas of their life, which leads them to consider stepping into things that they maybe wouldn't have done before.
The top competitors from the event will advance to the State Leadership Conference, where they'll have the chance to move on to a national competition. Best of luck. Coming up, an update on Wisconsin Elections Administrator Megan Wolf's job security. Plus, President Trump's first meeting with the Japanese Prime Minister in his 2nd term. All those details after the break.
Brad Schimmel let thousands of rape kits sit untested for years.
While rapists walked free
and victims waited for justice.
Take it from a sheriff.
A sheriff.
A cop, Brad Schimmel's too extreme for the Supreme Court.
As I deteriorated, I needed something that would allow me to go from floor in the garage to floor in the home. Jason helped introduce to me all sorts of accessibility equipment. I have no questions about credibility and research. Personally, if somebody was asking me, I would say, here's who I would call.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevator. Stop in and see us today.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
It's better over here.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
Enjoy an enchanted evening of Broadway at the Onalaska Public Library. All ages are welcome to this night featuring love songs of Broadway performed by Hannah Louise Fernandez. Experience the golden age of groove with the Disco Kings at the inaugural Disco Ball, including a 70s costume contest and couples dance contest.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Over 2 years, Brad Schimmel tested only 9 rape kits out of 6,000 that needed testing, while rapists walked free and victims waited for justice. Brad Schimmel is just too extreme.
A California power giant may be linked to a devastating wildfire. Southern California Edison alerted state regulators about possible connections to the Hearst fire. The company submitted 2 letters to the California Public Utilities Commission. Those documents detail their analysis of both the Eaton and Hearst wildfires. Edison International's CEO says while the Eaton fire's cause remains unknown, their equipment might have played a role. The National Transportation Safety Board says it has recovered much of the Black Hawk helicopter that crashed with an American Airlines jet over the Potomac River. The wreckage is expected to be transferred from a barge to a secure location today. The NTSB has still not located the helicopter's right engine and tail rotor. It comes as investigators are continuing to analyze flight data for both aircraft. Elections Administrator Megan Wolf will keep her job in Wisconsin. That's the word today from the state Supreme Court. In a unanimous decision, justices blocked Republican lawmakers who tried firing Wolf over the 2020 election, ruling their vote to remove her had no legal effect. Wolf has led the state's nonpartisan elections commission since 2018, overseeing both the 2020 and 2024 presidential contests. Republicans had targeted her with unfounded claims about former President Biden's win in Wisconsin 4 years ago. The Department of Justice and FBI agents strike an agreement in another lawsuit over January 6th investigations. It all comes as the president met at the White House today with the Japanese Prime Minister. Erica Brown reports.
A list of FBI agents who investigated the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol has been turned over to the Department of Justice. A group of anonymous agents and an organization representing other FBI employees filed suit earlier this week to block the DOJ from publicly releasing their names. They agreed to provide the names on the condition the DOJ does not release them without 2 days' notice, allowing the union representing the agents time to contest the release in court. In a sweeping order, President Trump pardoned all of the people charged in crimes related to January 6. Now some FBI agents say they're worried they'll be fired for doing their job.
Are you planning to fire the FBI agents who worked on those investigations?
No, but I'll fire some of them because some of them were corrupt. I have no doubt about that. We had some corrupt agents, and those people are gone, or they will be gone, and it'll be done quickly and very surgically.
President Trump is also moving forward with dramatic cuts to USAID, the government agency responsible for foreign aid.
Yes, 97% of the people have been dismissed.
For now, the administration is planning to retain about 600 of more than 10,000 staffers. Unions are suing to stop the employees from being fired and the agency from being shut down. But Trump says it's needed.
We have to take some of these things apart to find the corruption, and we found tremendous corruption.
President Trump also said he's directed Elon Musk to review operations at the Pentagon, the Department of Education, and other federal agencies for more potential cuts. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Standing with the Japanese Prime Minister, President Trump suggested that Nippon Steel will no longer buy U.S. steel as planned, but the Japanese company will instead make a significant investment. Previously, both Trump and former President Biden vowed to block a proposed merger. We'll have more news ahead, but first,
we got snowy conditions for Saturday, although not quite as much. We still could see some travel issues, but we're also looking forward to some colder temps next week, maybe even some Valentine's snow too. We'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
When you've trusted your personal injury case to My Golf and Realty, you're going to feel the weight of the world off your shoulders. You have to concern yourself with getting to the doctor and trying to get better. We'll do everything else, and that's how we get results for our clients.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was worried when I found out Duke had to get knee surgery, but the process was easier than we thought.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealand Scarpaland in Coon Valley, our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Hi, I'm Elmer Carl.
And I'm Mike Carl. Carl's President's Day sale is going on right now. Save up to $2,000 instantly, plus rebates. You get Carl's bonus rebates of up to $500 throughout the store.
All TVs are on sale.
You get free installation on select dishwashers, save up to $925 on Serta mattress sets, and we have pre-season prices on grills. Our President's Day sale is going on right now.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us.
Hi, what can I make fresh for you today?
It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
After you've been injured in an accident, life becomes chaotic. You have doctor's appointments, medical bills, insurance adjusters harassing you to settle your claim. When you call Bygoff and Rohde, we take care of it all. We get results.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, our weather team has been tracking a potential for heavy snowfall and, of course, colder winter conditions coming up this weekend. And it looks like where that snow is going to be landing may have changed a little bit. Our Greg Barnhart is live at the La Crosse Sports Show down at the La Crosse Center. Greg, how are things looking both in the La Crosse Center this evening and for what our weather is going to look like on Saturday?
Well, it's actually looking fairly nice in here, dry and warm with all the boats around here, many that I would like to be able to afford. But we're standing here on the Holman Marina's pontoon boat here, right here in the Boat and Sports Show. So come on down and join us here. Actually, weather-wise, snow-wise, it actually is not that bad for La Crosse and southward. Kind of things have changed, which is common to see with these winter systems. Really, the snow amounts for everyone has lowered pretty much. Everyone has seen that. The highest totals continue to shift further north, so now they're almost along 94, even further northeast. And we kind of introduced a little bit of a wintry mix down towards like Crawford County, toward the Wisconsin River area, just because of the warmer temperatures. Now, we still expect snow all day Saturday. It'll be light. We still think it'll taper off eventually in the afternoon. You won't see much way of precipitation for evening, although roads still may be an issue. And it does get colder going into Sunday, too. The temperatures could go actually below zero in some areas that do clear out, that have snow cover. So the alert day is still in effect, but it's more for as you go further north, especially north of Black River Falls all the way up to Eau Claire, and then going to Rusk County. That's where most of the snow will fall. We will see some further south. Everyone will see it. Winter weather advisories are in effect for those areas, nothing much further south because of the limited of snow and the rate. We're not going to see heavy amounts of snow. It's just more like light snow continuous, so that'll kind of help too. Now, snowfall, as mentioned earlier broadcasts, we could see generally 1 to 2. There's potential for some areas further north that get above that 4 to 6 inch mark, and then more as you go for Marshfield, Wausau, over to Green Bay. That seems to be that band might actually strengthen a little bit. So all in all, not too bad of a system really to contend with. And this evening, for the most part, we're still going to look at generally dry conditions. That light band snow could develop along I-94 and north, but it may take some time for some of that snow to actually reach the ground. It's still fairly dry here. I think once we get past midnight, you'll start seeing that band expand, and it won't be really probably until 5 a.m. or even 6 a.m. that you start seeing it spread towards Winona down to La Crosse, Black River Falls, and further south, that may not take an effect until we get to like 7 or 8 a.m. Notice at 6, you start seeing a little bit of that pink towards Decorah, coming up towards Prairie du Chien area. That is where we could see a little bit of drizzle, freezing drizzle. That'll only be for a small time, but it could be during that Saturday morning window. Otherwise, it's just general blank blue across the whole entire area with some light snow that'll continually fall through the noon hour for most part. And then you'll start seeing breaks afternoon, especially west of the river. By the time we get to 2 or 3, we're already starting seeing the back edge come through Eau Claire and just getting close to La Crosse. Probably by 3, most of the precipitation is east. And for the most part after that, we're really looking at dry conditions through the evening. Temperatures will get up into the mid to upper 20s for most locations. And the evening, other than maybe some road conditions, should be okay. Highs tomorrow, low 30s to the south, so actually getting quite mild almost. And that's where we could see better roads. And around La Crosse area, upper 20s near 30. So any roads will probably be wet, slushy a little bit, but given those temperatures and the rate, definitely will help the road conditions overall for most part. As we go into Sunday, it's a different story. We're going to clear out, so those lows going into Sunday morning could get quite cold. We're looking at -8 up towards Ladysmith. Areas that have snow and clear out definitely could go below 0 very quickly. Other areas will see clearing skies, but they'll probably be in the single digits. So definitely a cold start to Saturday, but the good news with Sunday is plenty of sunshine going throughout the day. We're looking at temperatures in the cold side, sunny, light winds, 20s to teens too overall. So if we look at going into the 8-day forecast, next week we're going to start getting back into a cold pattern. Temperatures could go well below 0 depending on cloud cover. We do have a little bit of snow coming through Monday night into Tuesday. That's light, maybe a small dusting or an inch on that. And then we're keeping an eye on towards the end of the week, which looks like that could bring our next snow chance. So definitely come down here, enjoy it. Roads will be a little slushy, little hazards here or there, but I think overall for the La Crosse area, they should be okay for Saturday to come down here and enjoy the boat show. And then obviously for Sunday, for enjoying the big game, everything should be good too. That's all I got for here. Back to you, Ken.
All right, good to hear. Thank you, Greg. Still to come, one man trying to save his dog ended up needing some saving himself. How this dog and its owner were rescued from a sticky situation when we come back.
Monday on News 8 Now this morning, think your all-season tires are good enough for the Wisconsin winter? Think again. Why experts say this week's temperature drops could leave you sliding. We'll see you on Mindful Monday.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
As head of criminal appeals, Susan Crawford had one job: keep a convicted rapist behind bars. Yet Crawford didn't bother filing the appeal in time, letting the rapist walk free. The victim, already scarred beyond measure, called Crawford's negligence utterly disgusting. Re-traumatized by Crawford's disregard for justice, her criminal coddling record is an injustice to us all.
The La Crosse Sports Show is back February 6th through 9th.
Be amazed by Sarah Twister, the incredible performer who balances on her arms while shooting a bow and arrow with her feet.
Get grilling tips from Mad Dog and Merrill.
Learn from top fishing and hunting pros with live demos and expert discussions.
Plus, feed parakeets, try your luck in the trout pond,
and get your trophy rack scored for free.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
Open now through Sunday at the La Crosse Center.
Your ticket to outdoor adventure awaits at lacrossesportshow.com.
The President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Hurry in for store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas just for shopping at Drury's. Only at Drury's will you find all the best brands like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, and Lazy Boy. Plus, the design staff to help you pull it all together. Great prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. It's happening now. The President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm. The First Warn Weather Storm Runner. Only from News 8 Now. Expect more. You expect more. So thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A bit of a perilous situation in this one. A New York man tried to save his dog, but instead got stuck in chest-high mud. Now, police were able to locate the man using a helicopter and were able to pull him out with the help of some local fire crews. The county executive has said all parties involved are now safe and in good spirits. Good on the crews to jump in, save the day. Greg's got one more look at your weekend forecast from the La Crosse Sports Show right after this.
Get this stylish sofa for just $295. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Gather around this 7-piece dining set, just $499. You'll get the best deals. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
Planning a home renovation? Save money and time by calling Habitat for Humanity's Reclaim Program. Habitat will remove your cabinets, flooring, windows, appliances, and more for free. Habitat sells reclaimed items at the Restore rather than sending it to the landfill. With Reclaim, you can save money, go green, and support Habitat. To schedule your free Reclaim service, go to habitatlacrosse.org/reclaim.
Hi, I'm Sammy, and this is my sister Ruthie, and we're here to invite you to the boat show at American Marine.
Whether you're a seasoned boater or new to the water, we have the perfect boat for your family, all under one roof. And we promise you won't have to listen to my dad's bad jokes.
Hey Reds, why don't fish play basketball? Because they're afraid of the nets.
American Marine, where we're serious about family fun, so let's go boating.
It's a textbook case. Out of sight, out of mind.
Couldn't they see the signs?
Here, look at the autopsy report. The signs are all there. A plugged vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, and loose wiring. No sign of maintenance. The list goes on and on.
What about the filter?
Don't get me started on the filter.
Well, what does your gut tell you, Rook? Gotta be someone close to the victim. Someone with access. I know who our suspect is.
If you suspect something is up with your HVAC system, call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Firefighters Credit Union has been offering home financing since before the advent of the internet. We have brick and mortar here in the community and have been around for nearly a century. With over 50 years of experience between Matt and Troy, we're local lenders here for you that you know and you trust.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
The huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen for just $3.99. Shop America's favorite sleep brands with a 365-night sleep guarantee. Up to 60% off right now during the President's Sale at Slumberland.
Yes!
Yeah, we're looking at hazardous travel on Saturday. We'll have some snow, not going to be a lot. Some areas maybe up to 6 inches, so definitely need the shovel out there. Maybe some areas up to the north, the snowblower for once. The bigger story going into next week is the colder temperatures, a little bit of snow Monday, and then we'll keep an eye on towards the end of the week for maybe another potential snow. So come on down here and join us at the boat show. It's dry inside, it'll be nice, and just be careful out there while you're driving around Saturday.
Perfect sentiment. Thanks for joining us at 5. Hope to see you again at 6.